Hi there, Leos, and welcome to the month of December. Welcome to your December reading. All right, Leos, so I'm going to be starting your reading now. All right, let's see here. Whoa, this one just flew out. Whoa, you got the unknown card. Whoa, this is giving high priestess vibes, big time. This is a beautiful energy. I love this. You have the psychic reader, the high priestess, the medium, the clairvoyant, the visionary. You have the sun in one window, the moon in the other. She's got her Heka, like it's like a headpiece, right there. She's got the pentacle necklace, pentagram. She's got her purple ring. Um, there's her raven with its wand and candles. I love this energy. I love this card. This is a beautiful card to come out at this time, Leo. And I used to always say hectate, which I find is like the probably um, not pronounced correctly, triple moon goddess way of saying Heka. Um, or Hecate, Hecate. I don't care how you say it. I just love this energy. I love the divine goddess, moon goddess energy. Okay, illuminating your path forward, shining a light on what needs to be seen through the consciousness, which is like the sun illuminating the day, and you're very aware of it, and then like the subconscious, where it's like the moon is illuminating the night and the darkness. So there's like that parallel parallel universe type of energy happening. Okay, Leo. So let's see here. Oh, Oh, and we have Temperance. Ooh, I feel like you're turning sunshine and rain into rainbows. You're making something really beautiful and magnificent and magical happen right now. Okay. And I feel like you do feel a little bit of that sort of like coldness that comes from being this like light in the world, because that's kind of what happens is when you are working through darkness, working through shadow, working through subconscious energies, you do end up feeling a little bit outside in the cold, because you might be on this journey alone, or you might feel like you're on this journey alone. Okay. But there's a transformation happening. You have this beautiful elemental process of alchemizing, one element into another and creating something beautiful and magical. And that's what Temperance does, is she takes the water and the fire and turns it into something beautiful and magical, such as a rainbow. Okay, so the unknown is really letting you know that Temperance is here for you. Okay, and exploring Temperance even more. Okay, so exploring temperance even more further, it says temperance signifies the importance of balance, harmony, and moderation. It represents patience and sensibility, encouraging purposeful living and the search for deeper meaning. This card advocates for a balanced approach in all aspects of life. Okay, now reversed, okay, you don't have to worry about this because your card, I don't really do reversed readings or reversed energies unless it's like for a specific reason. But reverse temperance wants, okay, there we go. So temperance, okay, this is all about staying balanced and harmonized. And the Queen of Pentacles comes out as also another reminder that your abundance is here, that you're staying stable, you're staying focused here. Okay, I do think that this unknown energy, that's kind of like high priestess energy, is sort of kind of beckoning you and calling you to look into the crystal ball. And what do you see? I feel like when temperance comes into play, you see this balance and harmony that you're able to manifest. I think when the Queen of Pentacles comes into play, you're able to see that abundance growing and multiplying, and how wise you are, and how you're able to make money where there is no money, like make miracles happen. Okay. And if you look at this temperance card even deeper here, you're gonna find that you know, during the holiday season, you might be around people that are struggling with imbalances, that are struggling with overindulgences, extremes, including addiction. This card emphasizes the need for self healing and realignment to restore harmony and balance to your life. Okay. That's why I advise you not to associate or be around people that are like heavy drinkers, or, you know, sort of overindulge in like bombarding you. I love that word, bombarding, like with lots of like things to do. I feel like you don't want a lot of things to do. You want less things to do. I feel like you have a very clear vision, insight. That's what the unknown card is saying, ironically, because it's unknown, but I think it's known to you what it is that you want, your point of view, your perspective. Okay. I think this whole idea and perception around like putting you in a way where you're not feeling balanced or harmonized is sort of jeopardizing exactly what the temperance effect is supposed to be. And the temperance's effect is supposed to be the importance of balance and harmony and moderation. It represents patience and sensibility, encouraging purposeful living and the search for deeper meaning. This card advocates for a balanced approach in all aspects of life. And I feel like you're so, well mannered, well, organized. With the Queen of Pentacles is a very clear indication that you're an organized, very, like balancing the books, like budgeting, like financial planning, um, what's the other word for it? It starts with like an A, you know, I can't remember the word. Dang it. I'll think of it. It'll come to me. Accountant. There we go. Accountant. So thank you. Queen of Pentacles. So it's your account. You're taking accountability. You are the accountant. Okay, like the Ben Affleck movie. No, but you're very straightforward. Okay, but what is happening here is I think there's a little bit of elemental of mystery, right? And taking the water and the fire and turning it into a rainbow, turning it into hope and love and balance and harmony is something that the crystal ball, the vision, is showing you. It's showing you what you are. You're the Temperance here. You're the Queen of Pentacles here. So what comes after? What unfolds next? Okay, so let's take a closer look at the Queen of Pentacles before moving forward. So let's see, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Leo. So the Queen of Pentacles embodies the essence of nurturing and practicality. Okay, she excels in providing financially and managing resources wisely. Often seen as a supportive working parent who balances home and financial needs with grace. Okay, that is you, Leo, to a T. So be proud of yourself. Okay, now reversed. Okay, and I don't like talking about the reversed energies all the time, but I also know that it is significant for you specifically, Leo, because you always are seeing people operate in the reversed energy of what you're trying to accomplish, which is interesting. It's almost like if you've ever watched Stranger Things, it's almost like of the upside down world, but you don't want to go there. You don't want your kids to go there. Like the mom, Judy, right? Her name is Judy, right? I watched so many shows. Let me look it up. I'm going to feel so bad if I got that wrong. but Winona Ryder, she plays the mom, okay, um, in Stranger Things, and she's one of my favorite characters because I'm a mom and I'm protective, and I'm Joyce. Okay, Judy, Joyce. Okay, isn't there a character named Judy too? I don't know. Okay, but Joyce. I was close. So, yeah, but Joyce, I was just watching Little Women with her actually in it, and her name was Jo. So, plays a lot of characters with J in her name. So Joyce, she is trying to be protective, okay, but she knows and she's aware of the reversed, okay? She's aware of it. So reversed here, this card suggests challenges in balancing work and home life, potentially leading to self-centered behaviors or jealousy. It highlights the importance of self-care and financial independence, cautioning against smothering or neglecting personal needs, okay? And that's why I read the reverse to you, because it's like self-care is important. And I know that there are people out there who are going to try to make you feel bad about it. But I also know that there's going to be challenges too. And there's going to be jealousy. And there's going to be people feeling smothered or feeling like your personal needs are neglected. Okay? That's why I read it to you, because the reversed, the upside down world, right? It shows us what needs fixing and what is lacking and what's going on, and like underneath the surface, what's going on wrong in the world, like what are we up against here? And you are up against forces of evil, right? Maybe that's an exaggeration, but that is still something that happens. So moving on, we have the Hierophant. Wow. I'm kind of glad this card came out, but it's kind of funny too, because it's like that spiritual guru, that mentor, that one person who like wants you to understand there's all types of different people in the world. There's all types of different spirituality practices, religions, cultures, diversity, and who sits there on the throne, right? This Pope looking guy, right? Which, I'm not Catholic or anything like that, but we know that that religion is like one of the most corrupt, right? Um, but we also know that the Hierophant signifies a time of spiritual growth and also a time for healing. And when we look at Christmas time, we can think of like the religion Christianity and celebrate the cute little adorable baby Jesus. I grew up with that upbringing. Or we can look at like a more pagan, ritualistic, spiritual side to it that's based in like cultures that our ancestors derived from before Rome took over many of the cultures that were already in existence. So there's like that balance again, right? Like, oh, we want to sing Christmas carols, but we also want to like I don't know, burn incense or something, right? Or we want to do like a moon ritual, or we want to decorate our home with like natural herbs and things like that. Or, there's all kinds of different variations. That's why you have like the big giant circle behind him with all the different religious symbols. Okay. So looking at that Hierophant and seeing how other people practice their ways of living and how you practice your ways of living, you're able to kind of sort of create this coexist, like the bumper sticker. I don't know if you've ever seen that bumper sticker, but it has all the different like religious symbols on it, and it says coexist. Okay. And I always found it really fascinating as a child, because I'm like, what does that mean? And now as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's different religions, spiritual practices. So the Hierophant, okay, if we got the Unknown, which is essentially the High Priestess, the Temperance, and the Hierophant. So looking at the Hierophant, it says represents established institutions and traditions. But you're trying, I feel like, as the mom, Leo, as the leader of your family, you're trying to start new traditions. Okay, your family traditions, your style, your methods. It symbolizes the importance of societal norms, conformity, and religious beliefs. This card signifies social approval, trust, wisdom, forgiveness, and the bond with communities. So not only are you here starting your own family, your own traditions, but you're also trying to integrate into a community of people and feel like part of society, feel like a member of society, like you belong, right? Because that's a natural, instinctual survival style technique, or it's a normal thing to do. Okay, it's human nature. It really is. So you doing that, okay, here, forgiveness, okay, forgiving those who have hurt you in the past, forgiving yourself, that's a huge major religious, like, um saying. And I also just heard it in Lord of the Rings too, or something. It was one, I think it was Lord of the Rings, but the forgive and forget is what it was, I think. So I think it was a deleted scene too. Now, reverse, the Hierophant indicates a shift towards personal beliefs and freedom. It suggests breaking from convention, embracing unorthodox paths. This card warns of potential hypocrisy, blind faith, and misconceptions, highlighting the fragility of unconventional choices. Okay, so like, I feel like that's one of your biggest fears, Leo, is that you might have chosen a more unorthodox way of life, and now you feel maybe judged or criticized or ostracized for that. But I don't think you are being criticized, ostracized, or outcasted for that. I think that was something that happened to you, based off your own upbringing, like, you're like the black sheep of the family or something like that. I don't think that this new group of people, that you have become this loving, supporting leader towards, I don't think anyone sees you other than like this hardworking mom, or this, hardworking Leo that is trying to make a better life for yourself and make a better life for your family and your kids. And, it's a beautiful thing. So let's explore that deeper here. Oh, look, Three of Cups. See, this is like the card of community, of celebration. It's three women coming together under the light of the moon, okay, trusting in their intuition, letting the light guide the way here. They're each wearing like a different colored dress. They're holding their cups together in harmony. It's just a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful representation of what it means to come together with people who love you and support you. And the number three, it's very significant because it is like the moon goddesses, it is Hecate's like number. It's the maiden, the mother, the crone. And those are the three like psyche evolutions of a woman, of a divine feminine energy, if you believe in that, which I absolutely do. And it's coming right under the unknown card. And the unknown card is this high priestess energy. It's like, what is something that you feel in your heart that you believe? And it is the Three of Cups. You believe in divine intervention. You believe in divine goddess moon energy. Okay. Now, what that means when you're looking at the Three of Cups here, okay, in reference to the Three of Cups, okay. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. These are your goals and your aspirations, okay? I think. So, this Three of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, Three of Cups. What am I talking about? It's Three of Cups. Okay. Three of Cups. Okay. The Three of Cups celebrates joy, friendship, and the power of community, and marks occasions of happiness and creativity where collaboration and camaraderie bring people together, reflecting a time of shared joy and success. Now, reversed, you can have it inverted. The Three of Cups warns against overindulgence. Again, that emphasis of overindulgence and downsides of socializing, such as gossip or feeling left out. It suggests a need for solitude, reflecting a period where independence and personal space becomes essential for balance. So right now, like currently, if you're watching this, you're probably like in that energy of reflection and solitude and need for independence and personal space. And this becomes essential for your balance. Okay. Now, once you want to socialize again, you're going to be ready because you've taken that time for yourself to sort of regain that balance within yourself where you took the time for yourself and now you're able to, have the energy to socialize again. And also community, again with the Hierophant, is all talking about community and being around creative people and collaboration and camaraderie. Okay, a time of shared joy and success. Okay, because when you feel like you're part of a community, when you feel like you're part of a group of people that want to celebrate Christmas, they want to do the traditional celebration. There's all kinds of different activities like gingerbread houses, lighting up the tree. I just watched The Grinch last night, the illumination one. And it's like the cartoon version, and it's so adorable and cute. And I can't get over it. Like, I watched the Jim Carrey one growing up and I absolutely love that one. And the little girl who played Cindy Lou is now like she's a full grown adult. And she did a remake, like a remastering of her song Where Are You Christmas? And she's gonna be playing it live on the Jimmy Kimmel show. And I watched the YouTube video and it is so good. You have to listen to it. I just love that song. I love singing that song when I was a little girl. And now watching the cartoon version with my own children. I have 3 girls and they all grew up with the cartoon version that came out when my oldest was like 4 or 5. And now I watch it with my 5-year-old and my 2-year-old and my 10-year-old is all grown up. And it's just like this beautiful, like full circle sort of like just balance and harmony and joy, because it's just a great, wonderful story. And when I think of the Three of Cups, I do think of, my own connection with my own girls, and they're going to grow up, and there's 3 of them. I think about how I have 3 sisters. I think about, a lot of beautiful things. So I hope you do too, Leo. I don't know. I'm just rambling on now. But let's get to, this is perfect energy. The Fool card. Yeah. Temperance. You're taking a journey, Leos. You're going on, some people call it the fool's journey. Okay, when you're finding new love again, when you're finding yourself again, when you're finding harmony again, when you're finding balance again. But you, out of everyone, deserve it, Leo. Like, all the signs deserve it. Everyone deserves it. But I feel like, Leo, you've really tapped into that change in yourself, that metamorphosis in yourself, that transformation in yourself. You've taken that leap of faith on yourself. Okay. And yeah, of course it's going to be a little bit scary. I mean, it's a cliff, for goodness sakes. There's water, deep waters below, going into the deep subconscious now, leaving the conscious realm of what is familiar, what is known to you, and going deeper in and taking that leap and dive in. So, a lot of major arcanas here. Okay, now the Fool card is 0 in the tarot deck. It goes 0 and then 1, 2, 3. So it's like really brand new here, before brand new, So we have the Fool heralds new beginnings, full of endless possibilities and potential. It embodies innocence and optimism, encouraging a spontaneous and trusting approach to life's adventures and opportunities with a sense of pure joy. Reversed, the Fool cautions against reckless and poor judgment. It reflects indecision and hesitation. None of that, I feel, is you, Leo. I don't feel like you're embodying any of that right now. I feel like you're very confident and very focused. But I do think that there are people from your past that, always look for you around the holidays, or look for those around you around the holidays, and want to drag you into their reckless, poor judgment actions. And it is unfortunate, especially when they dump a whole load of it onto you. Literally or metaphorically, a whole load of stuff to deal with. But I do feel like you if you get creative with it, if you look at it from a different perspective, like not the perspective, oh, here's a bunch load more work for me to do, but maybe from the perspective, all right, you know what? This person always does this, and so now I just need to like take a moment for myself and prepare myself, and that's okay too. Now, it reflects indecision and hesitation, suggesting the potential for making hasty, fear driven choices and engaging in risky behaviors without considering consequences. Again, I feel like you are someone who is like really trying to make sure you don't do that. Okay. So the pure joy, the sense of adventure, I feel like that's what you're being drawn to the most, honestly. And I feel like the other stuff is something, it's there, you're aware of it, and you'll deal with it when you have to. All right. The King of Cups, okay, with the Queen of Pentacles. So I think a new love, a new approach to life, someone with emotional intelligence, someone with the energy and focus on more of the emotional side, because you have the moon again, and you want this person to like subconsciously, really have deep feelings for you. That feels weird to say, but I think you also want them to consciously have feelings for you too. You don't want just subconscious, you want conscious, you want awareness, okay? You want enlightenment here. Now, the King of Cups, okay, let me tell you about him, what his deal is. Okay, let's see here. So this is also, I think, a card of showing you the influence of others. Okay. Yeah. And I think, you know what, externally is a good way of realizing and seeing, like, okay, well, if I'm going to be doing all this like work around the holidays, if I'm going to be taking new chances and leaps of faith here, then I really need someone, who's going to find that harmony and balance and alignment with me. And the King of Cups is really the best, you know, card to get in that case. That's the energy you want if you're dealing with a lot of stress around the holidays. You want someone who can like handle the stress along with you and doesn't just like add more stress to your life. So the King of Cups is the master of emotional control and empathy. Okay, the King of Cups excludes excludes. I'm sorry, he doesn't exclude it. He exudes it. Okay, he exudes compassion, offering balance, supportive leadership. His diplomatic nature fosters tolerance, making him a beacon of understanding and emotional stability. That's what you want right now, okay? You want someone who is understanding and getting of what you're trying to do, which if you're Queen of Pentacles, Leo, you're definitely trying to, be a parent and like take care of financial matters and make sure everything's good and up to your highest of standards so that you can really create something beautiful and magical here, okay? Reverse, this may reveal a cold exterior or engage in emotional manipulation. Okay, it warns against moodiness, underlines the necessity for self-compassion, urging a deeper exploration of personal feelings and motivations. Been there, done that. You're not about that. Okay, you don't need some moody, guy just coming up and bothering you in your joyful, happy space. Okay, ugh, no. Okay, and emotional manipulation, we all know what that's like, when it's like someone's trying to make us feel bad and do something we really don't want to do, and then out of our own empathy and our own sympathy and our own kindness of heart, we feed into that. Don't be drawn into that this year. Don't be drawn into that at all. You know what? You focus on what you need to do and what's going to make you happy, and then go from there. Okay, and let's see, we have the Emperor. Wow. Powerful Aries energy. Okay, with those ram horns. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's kind of like the High Priestess and the Emperor sort of teaming up here. I feel like to sort of make sure all of this gets done, making sure every requirement is met, and fully coming into a place where you feel the light of the sun, in the warmth of the sun, you feel the light of the moon, and this coldness that you've been feeling about, oh, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? You are on the right path. You just started. So, of course, you're going to be a little bit nervous and a little bit anxious, but you just started. You're brand new to this. It's a whole new feeling. It's a whole new beginning. So, it's a whole concept. It's a whole thing. So, the Emperor really coming in as that kind of like more masculine force, and the high priestess definitely that divine feminine force. You've got a balance here of harmony together, working together in your favor. Okay, Leo. So let's check out this Emperor energy. The Emperor stands for authority, stability, and structure. It represents leadership, embodying power, discipline, and control. Exactly, temperance. You don't want to be around people who are addicts. You don't want to be around people who are drinking a lot, because that's not balance. That's not what the vision is showing you. Your vision is showing you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to be around that. It represents leadership, embodying power, discipline, and control. This card signifies a protective father figure, focusing on rules, practicality, and respect. And remember, the Queen of Pentacles is like that mother-parent protector. So that also goes hand in hand with this Queen of Pentacles and this Emperor. Okay? All right. So in reverse, the Emperor suggests domineering and controlling tendencies. It indicates a lack of discipline, stubbornness, and rigidity. The card warns of tyrannical behavior and recklessness, leading to potential misuse of power. Okay? So I feel like if you know that there's somebody who's like a tyrant or reckless or acts like like that, and lacks of discipline, like all that, because this reading is really indicating to you that you are a disciplined, hardworking, amazing, beautiful soul, Leo. But you always are, because of this, you're always aware of those who are lacking in that department, and therefore you feel like sometimes you have to be around people like that, and you just really don't want to. And what do you do in that case, in that scenario, right? So my suggestion is that you don't be around those types of people, and you don't entertain those types of people, and you don't put energy towards those types of people, and therefore that way you'll be happy and you'll feel better. Okay. So you kind of bring out the strong, hardworking character that you are, Leo. And therefore, when that happens, you see those who are not doing that. And that kind of just like, you don't want to be like the mom of the group when you're just trying to like sit back and relax and have a good time. Like you want to be able to like freely express yourself and have a good time, and not have to be like the responsible one, especially on a day where it's like, this isn't my day to work, this is my day to relax. So that being said, this unknown card, I'm going to bring it back to this unknown card with the high priestess energy, okay, and the mystery unfolding. And it says here, the high priestess embodies deep intuition and sacred knowledge. This card signifies a strong connection with the subconscious and the divine feminine. It encourages trusting oneself, highlighting sensitivity, purity, and high moral values, which are all things that you have, Leo, all qualities that you have. Now, reversed, okay, this is going to be where like you might have people coming in with hidden agendas and secrets. It indicates a disconnection from intuition, leading to withdrawal and silence. This card warns of selfishness, shallowness, and ignorance, often leading to misunderstandings. Now, I don't feel like, with you, Leo, I don't feel like that's going to be the case here. I feel like you're going to have a very straightforward, amazing, wonderful holiday season. But I also think that you're going to have to bring forth that energy of strong moral conduct and knowingness in order to have a good time and feel free to be yourself, and also to highlight the importance of partnership with a romantic partner that is making you feel emotionally supported and is encouraging you to freely be able to express yourself, have joy, have happiness, go on this new journey, and feel the love, the full love and support of you know, your partner, your person who hopefully is embodying this Emperor and King of Cups energy when it comes to the upright, which is powerful and strong and stability and emotional understanding, not, you know, manipulative and controlling. You don't want that in a partner. All right. So that's my message for you. Beautiful Leos, love and light always. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so every time I make a new video, you're notified. And don't forget to thumbs up, like this video. Thanks again. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.